right, guys, we'll finish up here with a look at Bitcoin dominance here. It's Wednesday the 23rd, kind of early afternoon. We'll just, so you got to go. I'm out here on a daily here. We can get some perspective on this. So I'm back to the the 18 low here. It's actually not what we want to see here. So it's implying that if this is going to finish with this impulse here, we're going up here, we're going towards 77%. Not healthy for alts that are, many of them down 99% already. So that this is not the resolution we want to see. And you can kind of make sense of it here. So if we can see that if it's 1, 2, 3 sideways for the 4, if we're going up here, the subdivision kind of supports it here going back to the April low. It's not what we want. I'd rather see maybe the 3 here and the 5 here, right? This to start to come down. Putting the top in here. That's a bit of wishful thinking. You can look at it here. The symmetry is just not right. So it does seem to imply that we've got more to go here. So putting these back together like this, 2 through the 3, right to the 38, right where you're looking for it, up towards second target here. We could use some more traditional Elliott Wave relationships. The length of the 1 projected from the 4 low. Well, we're to the 1 we've just reached and put in this little pivot here in the 127,382 range here, but you can kind of see how it sets it up, right? It looks like that's where we certainly have the potential for that to resolve up here to finish this 5th. So bad news for alts. Excuse me. So let's go down. Let's try the 8-hour here. If I can get it to pop. Here we go. 2 through the 3. It's a little gnarly looking, but let's get this back on that low. It looks like I'd call this just a double bottom. So from the length here, the 1 through the 2, I didn't note this here. So we get in between the two the probability zones here. So between the 1272 and the 382 and the 1618, right? We're kind of in no man's land. You can certainly get an ABC to play here, coming down for this. Put that right there. Seems to be what's certainly lined up to go. There's not much else I can offer here. If this were to drift a little lower, for this to really start to look better for alts, this is going to need a breakdown here. At least head back down for golden zone would be ideal and challenge this 1 pivot. We really, for a healthy alt market, we want this, substantially lower. We're not getting it, right? It's not, at least not yet. It's not what we have here. So you got to trade what you see. So right now, the implication would be, despite what Bitcoin is doing today, potentially, we've got this another run here. Now, Bitcoin.D doesn't necessarily reflect Bitcoin price, so keep some perspective there. So alts could go, and this would change. So it's not a proxy for Bitcoin's price, but it certainly is impactful in terms of what we can anticipate for the alts. So this is not what we're hoping for here. Did notice one other thing that was kind of interesting. This is, when I see this kind of range here, it makes me want to check the wolf tool here. So let's spotted this. So from our double bottom low down here, if I get right on this, so you can see here the initial range. So when we get, you can just see it. Right? So here we get stuck in this range down here. So here's 100%. We've gone damn near to the tick. If I'm right on it, I would think it was like really close. If I'm right on that, so the lower range, we're now 200% from that range. So it's interesting. So you could see how this could reasonable spot for this to come back down. If we're going to drift a little lower, now we don't know. If we're going to drift a little lower, we can, you'd think it wouldn't. Let's get our it wouldn't matter, but golden zone, come down to the pivot. If this drops a little further here, we can see this down here to the 100, the edge of our channel here, and perhaps second target, but it still tees that up. We could go farther, so we could put the 50s on here. Oh, we go well to the 50s, so now we get this, right? So here's the initial range. Here's 50% of the range, 100, 150, 200. So if we were going up here towards that algo target, if we were to hit that, you can see there's a bit of confluence up here. Let's get, come here. Right, so we'd have the negative 250 and our algo target right on top of each other up here. Right, again, all implying more weakness in alts and more strength in Bitcoin on a relative basis. So just a few things to observe here. Now I know becomes just a shitload of lines, but hopefully having just walked you through that, you can see where those came from. One more push down, and looks like that's where we're headed. Okay, guys, that's all I got for you today. Talk to you later.